Standard 8 Subject Science. Students, in last video we have started lesson number 8 Pollution, and in that we have studied about the meaning of pollution, meaning of the pollutant and the types of pollutant. And you have studied that there are two types of pollutant. In that some pollutants are naturally occurred and some are man-made. In today's video, we will see air pollutants, sources and effect. It means which are the sources for the air pollutants and what are the effects related to the each pollutant. Related to that, some points I have written here. See that. Some air pollutants, in that sulfur dioxide, carbon monoxide, particulate matter and oxides of nitrogen. These are the examples of the air pollutants. Now which are the sources for it? See, sulfur dioxide, it releases from the factories. Factories where coal and mineral oil as a fuel is used for, in such factories sulfur dioxide is releases. The second one air pollutant is carbon monoxide. Third one is particulate matter. Carbon monoxide and particulate matter releases. The source for these two air pollutants is vehicular and the industrial smoke. Whatever smoke released to the vehicles and to the industries, from that it is the source for the carbon monoxide and the particulate matter. Particulate matter means smoke released from the vehicles and the industries. It is known as the particulate matter. And the fourth one, air pollutant, is oxides of nitrogen. Oxides of nitrogen releases from the vehicular smoke. Now these all are the sources related to the each air pollutant. But what are the effects according to each air pollutant? If we want to study the effect, in that the most one hazardous effect occurred upon the human being is irritation of eyes and some problems arises in the respiratory tract also. Excess mucus, cough, the oxygen level capacity starts to decrease into the blood. Whatever blood carries the oxygen, so whatever oxygen carrying capacity of blood is there, it starts to decrease. So these are some effects are there which occurs due to such air pollutants. Now let us see the next point, effect of air pollution. In this point we will discuss about the effects of air pollution upon plants and upon the animals. First we will see the effect of air pollution on the plants. Now see that, in that the first one effect is stomata get closed. Now stomata means what? Where it is present? On the leaves, that small openings are present, small pores are there. For which purposes? For the exchange of gases. And you know that photosynthesis process is a process which is useful to the plants for the food production. And during the photosynthesis process, exchange of gases occurs. Plants need carbon dioxide for the preparation of food. And in the photosynthesis process, oxygen also released by the plant. Now, in this, stomata is useful for the photosynthesis process. But due to the air pollution, that small openings or whatever small pores are present upon the leaves, it gets closed. Means stomata get closed. Because of the stomata get closed, the second main effect C, which we can see in the plant, rate of photosynthesis decreases. Because stomata get closed there, and because of this effect, whatever rate of photosynthesis, it means in the food production, whatever rate of food production of plant is there, it starts to decrease. Okay, and because of the rate of photosynthesis decreases, growth is retarded. Growth is retarded means that plants, whatever color of the leaves of the plants, it starts to to turn into the yellowish color because rate of photosynthesis decreases there. So these are the some effects which we can see in the plants because of the air pollution. Now the second point is related to the effect of air pollution in animals. Now which effects we can see in the animals? The first one effect is respiration is adversely affected. So many hazardous gases get enter into our respiratory tract, and these hazardous gases and the harmful gases directly affect upon respiration of the animals. So this is the first one effect which we can see in the animals. Second one is irritation of eyes occurs in the animals. So these are the effects which we can see because of the air pollution in the plants and in the animals. Now let us see the next one point is depletion in ozone layer. Up to 7th standard we have studied about the layers of the earth. In that atmosphere, hydrosphere, lithosphere, these are the different types of layer are present in the earth. In atmosphere, ozone layer is present below the stratosphere. Where it is present? Below the stratosphere. And what is the main function of the ozone layer? Whatever living beings, whatever living organisms are present on the earth, these all are protected by the ozone layer. Now how it is protected? Whatever ultraviolet sun rays that produced from the sun or released from the sun, these all are absorbed by the ozone layer. It means ozone layer gives us, ozone layer gives protection to all living organisms of the earth from the ultraviolet rays released from the sun. But over the last 100 years, the proportion of carbon dioxide has been increased. Why it is increased? Due to the industrialization. And this increase in the carbon dioxide, it shows the greenhouse effect. Now in depletion in ozone layer, there are main two reasons are there for the depletion in ozone layer. Which are that effects? The first one is greenhouse effect and global warming, and the second one is acid rain. So first we will discuss about the greenhouse effect and global warming. Greenhouse effect means what? See here, greenhouse effect means effect of carbon dioxide on Earth's temperature. Now only we have discussed that the proportion of carbon dioxide nowadays increasing, and because of that whatever temperature of atmosphere is there, it also starts to increase. So from that, greenhouse effect means effect of carbon dioxide on Earth's temperature, whatever effect occurred because of the effect of carbon dioxide on the Earth, it is known as the greenhouse effect. And this greenhouse effect directly affect upon the atmospheric temperature. And related to that, greenhouse gases mean just like a carbon dioxide is responsible to cause the greenhouse effect, another some gases also responsible to cause the greenhouse effect. Which are that gases? Nitrous oxide, methane and CFC. Now CFC means what? Chlorofluorocarbon, and it is found in that aerosol spray. Aerosol spray means what? The spray that we use as a air freshener. Just type of aerosol sprays are available in the market, and CFC means chlorofluorocarbon is found where? Just type of that aerosol spray and the refrigerants. So greenhouse gases in that nitrous oxide, methane and chlorofluorocarbon also responsible to cause the greenhouse effect. Okay, and nowadays global warming, the next point about the global warming also there, which is related to the greenhouse effect. Nowadays, global warming means temperature of the earth starts to increase because of the increase in the proportion of carbon dioxide. And due to this global warming, we can see changes in the atmosphere, and with that icebergs, glaciers also starts to melt, which causes the increase in the sea level. So these all are the effects are there that we can see because of the greenhouse effect and because of the global warming. Now the second one reason for the depletion in ozone layer, for the depletion of ozone layer is acid rain. Now first we will see how acid rain occurs there. When burning of fuel occurs, at that time it releases sulfur dioxide, nitrogen dioxide and carbon dioxide in the air. Now sulfur dioxide, nitrogen dioxide and carbon dioxide are the oxides, means sulfur dioxide is an oxide of sulfur, this is the oxide of nitrogen and this is the oxide of carbon. Because of the burning of fuel, these oxides are directly released into the air, and when this released into the air, it dissolves in the rainwater. Okay, after the dissolving in rainwater, it forms acids like H2SO4 means sulfuric acid, HNO3 means nitric acid and HNO2 means nitrous acid. HNO3 means nitric and HNO2 means nitrous acid. When these acids starts to form, when these oxides of sulfur, nitrogen, carbon dissolves in the rainwater. Okay, when these acids forms, which acids? Sulfuric acid, nitric acid and nitrous acid forms, it gets mixes with the raindrops, and through the raindrops it comes on the earth, on the soil. So this is known as the acid rain. Now how process of acid rain takes place here? First, burning of fuel occurs. Because of the burning of fuel, that oxides of sulfur, nitrogen and the carbon releases into the air. This mixes or dissolves in the rainwater. When oxides of sulfur, nitrogen and carbon dissolves in rainwater, it forms the acids. Which acids are formed there? Sulfuric acid, nitric acid and nitrous acid, and these acids mixes with the raindrops, and when it comes on the earth, it is known as the acid rain. So there are the main two reasons are there for depletion in ozone layer. In that the first one reason is greenhouse effect and global warming, and the second one reason is acid rain. Now let us discuss about the effects of acid rain. Now which effects we can see because of the acid rain there? In that the first one is soil and water bodies become acidic, because this acid rain directly enters into the water bodies and mixes into the soil. So whatever aquatic organism is there, it gets disturbed. Okay, and with that it also shows some disturbance in the ecosystem also. Now the second one effect related to acid rain is erosion of buildings and the bridges. Okay, and with that, with this erosion of buildings and bridges, we can see rust occur on the metals also. Third one is plants absorb heavy metals like cadmium and mercury. Which heavy metals are absorbed by the plants because of the acid rain? Cadmium and the mercury. Okay, and these enters into the food chain through the plants. You have studied about the food chain. The first one, main important source which source which one is there? Plant. So through the plant, whatever heavy metals are there, which heavy metals? Cadmium and the mercury, it absorbed by the plants controlling machinery should be used. Again, control on atomic test. Whatever atomic tests are occurred there and whatever chemical weapons are used. So if we will control upon it, it also useful to prevent the air pollution. And the last one is to control the CFC production. CFC means chlorofluorocarbon, and to keep the ban upon the production of CFC. So by using such methods or such points, we can prevent the air pollution. So in today's video, we have studied about the air pollutants, their sources and effects. After that, we have studied about the effect of air pollution on plants and animals. After that, we have studied the depletion in ozone layer. Why it occurs? Because of the greenhouse effect and the global warming and acid rain. And in last point, we have studied about the effect of acid rain and the preventive measures of air pollution. Again, few points are there. That points we will see in the next video. Thank you.